Yes, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'd like to welcome everybody to our March 19th Commissioners Court meeting. Let the records reflect we have a quorum. All the commissioners are here. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask you to please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. Whatever here, we'll ask you to lead us in the word of prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor and protect this flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Almighty God, we give thanks today for you to assemble and take care of the county business. We give thanks to this county that you have continued to bless for almost 155 years. We are thankful for these elected officials, our county employees, and our citizens of this county that they take care of the business that needs to be taken care of today, and also look to the future for those residents that are yet to be part of San Jacinto County. Burden will be upon all of us to work together so that you will continue to bless this county. Let us work together in harmony, be civil to each other, and remember, we're all God's children. And all of God's children said, amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Possible discussion of items of public community interest for which no action will be taken. Had a visit from where is it? Thank you. Andrew Morgan, Lifeline Company, come by earlier this week, and they're going to put in a new pipeline. Starts over around Brookshire, Texas, and it's going to go all the way up through Grimes, up through Walker, and come down through San Jacinto on Oakhurst, and go ends up in Beaumont, but it's going to be just a little bit north, but I mean probably adjacent to the pipeline. They probably already contacted the company, hadn't they? No. Don't you have one going through your place?
Yeah, I have two.
Yeah, well, I know they've told me that you got trapped about 6 months ago, but anyway, they're acquiring. I thought they acquired that too right away because they put out this map. So anyway, that'll bring in a little, I guess, tax revenue and some jobs, and they'll talk about construction towards the end of this year. So anyway, I got a boy that's a pipeline, so that might give him a chance to come home. Or anyway, just thought I'd share that with everybody. It's not going to go through 3, but it's going to go through all the rest.
Except if the hay pipeline is coming through 3.
Yeah. And then there's also that energy transmission line. Anyway, those are.
Chunk 59 there to a truck stop.
Yes, sir.
59, that's all.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's on 59 to new TA truck stop. That's what they always do. It goes straight across the side
Anyway, it should bring a few jobs and things of that nature. Anyway, that's what's going to be going on with the pipeline deal. Anything else? Well, I don't know when it is, but the rodeo down in Houston, they always have a San Jacinto Day. Anybody know when San Cinnamon Day yet?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I got one time, I didn't go down there, I rode in one of the church wagons, you know, on San Jacinto Day, anyway. I guess they still have it. Well, I hope it's tomorrow night, I'm taking all the grandkids down there, but I don't know if it's San Jacinto Day or not.
Make sure you take your debit card.
Yeah, keep it with me, right? You can.
How many have you taken?
All but the baby, three of them. I got 6 tickets, and then some daughters and a niece, and some little economic development work in Harris County, I guess. Anything else? So what are we doing? When do we go to redo the parking lot over there?
Judge, we're just fixing something with the city, the senior citizens.
The city?
Yeah, just the parking lot where they have.
Okay, that was the county's, I mean,
We're trying to kind of just level the parking lot out there for them.
yeah,
Yeah, we were anticipating on doing all that, but as we were trying to get the water to quit running right into the senior building. Said, hey, he just thought he'd go ahead and level you out.
survey markers out there, is Road Bridge gonna pay for a new survey when he rips up all the corners?
If we mess it up, we'll take care of it for you. We just figured you didn't want to trip anymore walking out there to the train.
They're gonna, is the city kicking in something, or?
Just for what's in front of the seniors there. We thought we'd screw that out, but we were working on it.
Okay, Road Bridge gonna put some pavement on the parking lot, is that what you're saying?
We wanted to throw that in front of the court, see what you want to do, put on top there. So that's it for me.
Right, I remember when we bought this property right here, there was a historic, ancient, very pronounced, what was it, railroad bed that went down through there. And they just bought a brand new bulldozer, Precinct 3 had bought a new bulldozer, that D6. And the next thing we know, the new commissioner got out there and he just dozed that tram road down, you know, and I'm like, wow. But anyway, it's been cool to preserve just a small portion of it. We got us one of them old locomotive things and they said it's hard to move this. There actually was a railroad, it was a railroad tram, they haul lumber, I mean, the big trees when it was all just big old pine trees, and that's how things rolled around here about 100 years ago, so anyway. A lot of people may not remember I just remember seeing the railroad there. Anyway, anything else going on? That we need to discuss and not take action on. Now we'll move on down to some business items. Item number 10, consideration, discussion, possible vote to apply for grant and approve the resolution in support of Operation Lone Star. We applied each year. First year we applied, we didn't get it. Second year we applied, and we got the $1 million point two, as they say in old brother water all the time. And the grant cycle kind of sneaked up on us this time. I think the chief, help me out here. You know all the details. Well, we need to pass the resolution. I think we've pushed the button. I think I did, and I'm still figuring out how I did, but anyway, they said we can send the resolution after the fact, so, let me see. Do you have it or do I have it?
You have it, sir.
I've got a copy of it. I'll make that to pass the resolution in support of.
I'll second.
All right, I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Dominic. Did I hear that?
He said it and I said it.
Did I Well, I just said he got reading. You don't matter to me. All right, any questions or concerns? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous 5-0. Today's the 19th. We have you need a copy of that so you can scan it and,
Give me a scan it email or?
That's fine.
yeah.
Can we get a copy of what you're applying for?
Well, it's all done electronically. We can go online and print out what's,
May I speak?
yeah, absolutely.
Only thing we're applying for is, because we only got 4 radios instead of 5, we're applying for 1 more radio. We're applying for 1 more car because we only got the 4 cars, not the 5 that we put in for. So we're going to apply for 1 more car. And that's most of the equipment. The rest of it is renewing the licenses for all the equipment that we have to have. Like the LPR trailer requires a $5,000 a year license. All we're doing is renewing all our licenses.
We acquired the reader yet, or we've got a bunch of POs to buy things, but have we actually?
Have we sent it?
No.
No, we have not sent it. It's approved, just waiting on the sale.
Okay.
No, we were waiting for a W-9 from them. It took us a very long time for them to issue a W-9. We couldn't move forward without it.
Right. Whatever the accounting department's waiting on, so as soon as they get what they need, we're gonna have that order.
Well, that's good. That's good here. I thought I printed out some stuff and emailed you all some of the stuff that where they had this.
We also put in there for some more ballistic vests for the deputies. So
I looked at it online. Forgive me if I didn't. I thought I printed it out and sent you all an email with all that on there, but I didn't bring it.
I can make sure each one of y'all get it.
Okay. Yeah, and if it didn't go through, so when I could log in, for whatever reason, I typed LU and he pops up. And I thought, C, and yours pops up just as a C. Donnie's DO, but I have to type yours in every time. It's SJCPCT4. Sometimes I get them letters mixed up and it may have bounced. And I mean, I'm capable of that. I don't know why the computer don't, after you type it in a few times, it's supposed to just auto-populate for whatever reason. So that might be why you didn't get some of that. Since we're talking about checking. All right, so that covers everything on item 10. We'll move to the very next one. It's item number 11, compliance. Consideration, discussion, possible vote to develop and approve policy to ensure compliance with Government Code 2054-5191, cybersecurity training and select certified training under section 205-451 in order to maintain compliance with. I got to read one of these grants. Every time we apply for a grant, we certify that we're taking the cybersecurity course, and I've taken it a few times, but the law says you're actually supposed to take it every year, and there's nothing really in place. Basically, I think sends everybody out, every department head an email, which I asked her to do it, help out with something from the past, and you don't have to take it if you don't spend 25% of your time like you will. Your truck drivers and stuff, they probably don't spend 25% of their time on the internet, so they're not required. All elected officials should take it, because if you're not on the computer, I don't know how you're doing it. That just means emails or whatever, you know. So
Is it
the tax for, the first time it was free, but now they charge $5 or something, and then, and TAC, I used to think that TAC was the one that kept up with all of it, but you get like a certificate, or when you take it, it goes to the Texas Department of Information Resources, which I didn't even know there was such a thing, but there is. And according to the Government Code, Section 205-5191, we're supposed to, that's the law that says we're supposed to do that every year. Everybody that's on the computer.
So Judge, if you'd like, we would have that put into our policy, our county policy. We'll have it.
I got a proposed policy here.
Good.
Now, and it also says we're supposed to, you name it, a course administrator. Now Tracy's been keeping up with that, my secretary. County IT administrator, Mark Wills. Billing contact, Margie Ainsworth. And, you know, as people change, we'll then come back later and appoint the appropriate person. We're supposed to verify, and it says that the agency or something like that's what the statute said, but the governing body of local government may select blah, 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 and do this reporting. Well, I guess being my position in the court, I guess that falls on me, and I'm going to delegate that. She'll be doing the actual sending in the proof of it.
So this is not a policy you're putting into the county policy, it's something you're creating on your own.
We have to have a policy.
Okay.
On the cybersecurity stuff.
It's also required by our insurance as well.
Every grant we got, the last one I was working on with the chief, the Lone Star, it's, the fine print says that we're, you know, I close my eyes and swear that we're up to date on all this, and I got thinking, how do I know if anybody's taking the course? Well, this, at least, we have a, if we pass this, we'll have a policy that says this is what we're supposed to be doing.
This is what you got in the few pages, that policy for it.
Yeah, the policy is just one page. And
I always get an email from TAG, and then we contact Tracy, and she gives us the type to go on.
well, I said, Tracy, how do you know, what proof do we get? Well, they just tell me, I said, no. So I got to read the statute. If we name who these people are, then she can submit it, and she can go to the Department of Information Resource and print out a report. That's how you know, I guess.
I'd rather make a motion that we.
Thank you, I run out of things to say. Approve the policy and
Cybersecurity training.
So I still don't understand, is this going into our county policy, or is this going to be a standalone policy, or is this going to be a policy that the sheriff's office has on its own? They've got a policy, y'all got policies within y'all's department.
Can it be added?
That's what I'm asking, is it going to be added to the county policy?
You're talking like county policies all in one book, and we put this page in the book, yes.
All right.
It's part of the county policy. I mean, it needs to be put in your motion to be added to the county policy that we have.
And
That's what I was asking.
When we pass the policy, it becomes part of the county policy. There's not like the Bible, and we're gonna add another chapter to it, I mean, but listen.
On his discussion where we were talking about, what we have to do is, everybody in our organization has to go and take the computer safety course. We all have to pass it, we have to send my people send it all to me, and all I have to do is send him an email saying that we all passed it, then it falls back on me if it's not.
Well, that's not gonna be, I'm gonna have to get something, she's gonna have to keep something. That's what the statute says.
Well, then all employees with the county shall take that same.
I didn't want to make it.
It should be.
All, if the road hands don't.
But they use the computers too, everybody says that.
The statute says 25%.
Yeah.
So why would we want to make it stricter than what the law is?
So we don't
If
get.
you want to make your internal policy at the sheriff's office do that, that's probably a good idea, but,
Road and Bridge don't even have email.
There's no reason for them to be on our county website for any particular county.
I've got one guy, gets on that.
well, that's, you got over that, you know, if he's on it all the time, he gets hacked, and all your secrets on how to build a road get compromised, fall back on you.
The way TAC was doing it, when we had our emails to them, if they had a county email, they had to take reports.
I'm just doing this so, we were supposed to have a policy and to go to the state government code, and when we get audited, and one of these days, somebody's gonna say, where's your policy? What policy? What are you talking about?
I think it's a great idea.
I'm just following the statute, because I have to sign and swear that it's all, that your guys are doing it, and I don't have a clue who to.
Well, my biggest deal is that if my guys have got to do it, I think anybody that has a county email system with the county.
You're entitled to your opinions.
Yes. But I'm just trying to be safety for the whole county, not just one department.
I get it, I hear what you're saying, but like he said, the road bridge guys don't use computers, so.
Well, no, they don't have county email.
I doubt your jailers spend 25% of their time on computers.
No, they just get.
Basically, Judge, everybody already does it, we just need to put a policy in there to back stuff. Everybody already.
That's all it is. I'm just trying to, when they ask for it, I can say, yeah, we got it right here. We passed it on March 19th.
Yeah, I need a motion on that.
I have a motion, but I'm running out of breath trying to get a second.
I
I have a second by Commissioner Donovan, a motion by Commissioner Sweeney. Any other comments? This policy will become part of the county's policy. When we, if there's all in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Yeah, I almost I got your place.
See what you copy into.
Yes, and you can hold that up, you get a little certificate when you take it. That's what I want, is everybody send Tracy a copy, so you don't tell me, well, just off my word. Off my word, them officers don't operate like that. All right, number 12, item number 12, consideration, discussion, possible vote to appoint IT Department Mark Wills as domain administrator of the Sheriff's Department computer system so he can perform necessary IT functions such as adding programs, deleting unnecessary programs, set up multi-factor security system for emails as required, verifying the requirement for necessary storage in order to determine system requirements, size of new server, add new hardware or software to domain, inspect shared assets. We talked about giving him some access, and the computer guys, the quantum, gave him only read access, and we can't get away from them if he can't go in there and assess the system. I said, well, what do you need to do whatever we thought you were going to do? Because I think we were going to go in there and evaluate and see how big of a server do we need to buy, because we're paying $3,000 or $4,000 a month to them for server, and we can buy a server a lot cheaper than that. So so that's what this is all about. Unless they've already given him the
I sent you an email where it's already done.
give it to him, I mean, unless y'all have some kind of.
They give me your runaround, y'all.
No, sir. After we talked, I contacted them, I got it all done, Mark came to my office, and even received it all.
This is gonna require that to be done.
Well, it's already done.
I have seen no email, but I'll make that motion. I have a motion by Commissioner Natino, a second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any other comments? Because we need to get on it. The more money we can save on it, he's got a new person that, by the way, who's, he wants to hire. I don't know if he started the hiring process. Has he brought somebody new by, Ms. Bates?
IT, did they hire? Yes, from my understanding, he did hire somebody.
I've seen 2 or 3 that turned in stuff, and he finally found one that.
Yeah, there's some requirements that we want, that we're trying to figure out how to get that accomplished, whether it be a background check and all that other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they definitely need to do that. All right, was there any other comment on 12? All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Item 13, consideration, discussion, and possible vote. That she does. Making sure I'm done with that. She does. Consideration, discussion, possible vote, submit a grant application for courthouse restoration consistent with current master plan currently on file with the State Historical Commission. Now, I just put this on, but I got some information from the Historical Commission about the new grant cycle for courthouse restoration. We actually, I was here in 98 for about a year, and I met with an architect named Komatsu, Carl Komatsu. He's still around. I seen him the other day at the last schooling we went to. And we actually have a master plan. And they were gracious enough to send a link.
They've been working on this a long time.
So,
What does that master plan include, Jeff? There's 3 different
I
rounds.
sent you an email that's about 400 pages long.
Can you give me the notes on it?
Yeah, no, I wish I could.
I read that one.
I don't have it printed out. We may have it printed out. I had a copy 14, but I haven't seen the printed out version. But it's on the link. You can go on the link and click on any tab. And one tab I clicked on was 193 pages. But it's got a wealth of information. But I didn't exactly expect that we were going to make some decision today. But
We really need to do something with our courthouse. I hope we get it this time. I don't know who I need to talk to in person, but.
well, I'll make that motion to submit the grant application.
I second.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Natino, a second by Commissioner Donnelly. Probably last year, well, when Harvey came through, that torrential rain, lots of flooding. Then last year, about May, we had a massive flooding. And at least on those 2 occasions, the basement got inundated with water, and we've had people come in and look at Miss Wright has even got water issues in her office. She's got part of the basement in her office where they store things, and
The 16th flood also came in.
16 flood came in. So and we realized that there was a need, so we set aside $1 million out of the ARPA, and we had some engineers come and look and so forth. I don't know if $1 million would have done it, but because you know how engineers are, they go poking. We were just focusing on the basement, and they go poking around, and they start looking up, and there's places where there's more repair that needs to be done on the basement, so, we might, behoove us to at least try this. I know in Trinity County, I don't know how many get to go, but they applied for it several years ago. And I used to practice over there in that courthouse, and before that they had renovated, and they did a fantastic job over there. Livingston, Polk County, they applied, and
That's nice.
they're doing it up nice, because theirs has gotten into pretty rough shape, I guess.
That's some interesting stuff in this thing you said, because Kay Bailey, Hutchison, and a lot of different other people writing letters trying to help us get this overview. It's pretty
Good historical, you know.
So, now we had contracted with, Mr. Komatsu. As far as I know, he's still, I don't think we ever fired him, we just didn't, I'll have to do some more research, but if we end up having to go out for renew paperwork then, or procurement or whatever, then I guess we can do that. Mr. Everett, you're our representative from the Historical Commission. Do you have anything on that you want to throw in? Or I'm sure you think it's a great idea to move forward with that, huh?
Great idea, but I'll approve it and go some market order, we'll run with it.
Yes.
I would like to help any way I can too, if you need.
Thank you very much.
Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Item number 14. Consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve proclamation for Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month for April 2025. I think that's also, we've already done that. Child Youth Prevention Month, isn't it? Yes. I'll make that motion, Judge. Second. I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, second by Commissioner Barnes. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Whereas sexual assault is a serious crime that affects individuals and families throughout San Jacinto County, and whereas San Jacinto County Commissioners Court acknowledges the necessity of comprehensive support systems for survivors, and whereas local agencies, advocates, and volunteers are tirelessly working to provide education, prevention, and intervention services, and whereas community awareness and proactive measures are vital in reducing the incidence of sexual violence, whereas the following statistics will reflect the need for the community to embrace the 2025 SAAPM theme of Together We Act, United We Change, emphasizing the importance of collective action in addressing, educating, and preventing sexual abuse, assault, and harassment. Every 68 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted, and every 9 minutes, that victim is a child. Meanwhile, only 25 out of 1,000 perpetrators will end up in prison. 9 out of 10 victims of rape are female. 3, I figured it'd be a much higher percentage than that. 55% of sexual assault occurs at or near the victim's home. 4, 2 out of 3 sexual assaults go unreported. 5, San Jacinto County, through the State Auditor's Office, October 2020, reported incidents 86, arrest charges 33, acquitted or not guilty 2, convicted 10, deferred 4, dismissed 8. Now therefore, San Jacinto County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim April 2025 as Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month in San Jacinto County, and calls upon all residents to join in efforts to support survivors and prevent sexual assault. Signed this 19th day of March, 2020. Item number 15, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve a variance for a 4.15 acre tract and a 18.4 acre tract out of a 20 acre tract in the Aberdeen Monster Survey, abstract 123 for Rodney Cleveland. Cleveland Road. When you go up 946 to get right near the church, there's a left field isn't that, don't you have a pasture at the end of that? I do, yes, sir. That's a county road, so that is a county road. These tracks touch that county road, I guess. They've got adequate frontage. One of these are flat on it? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Range is all good. Right away, is all good. I'll make that motion. I'll second the motion. You have anything to say? Not today. I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, a second by Commissioner Latino. One track's got 75 foot frontage and the other one's got 334. Don't give you no mark on that. That is not, actually the 4.5 is the original, he's just gonna keep that track. And 17 with 75 foot easement. Well, I mean, he'll own it, it's not an easy, he'll have to learn who's on it. And that's enough room for your guys to put him in a culvert, and he can ease in that, I guess it needs a culvert, I don't know. I mean, technically, that 17 acre tract is exempt because it's greater than 10 acres anyway, but we just had the survey come and go ahead and do it as a variance. Make it clear with the title and permit on this. Well, if all the tracts were over 10 acres, it'd be exempt, but one of them's 4.1. Yes, he's saying that. It don't matter, he's selling a 17 acre tract, which is in agriculture, and it's exempt. The law says when you cut it up into two tracts, all the tracks have to be over 10 acres. I'm fine with it, but I don't want nobody to leave here thinking, well, I can cut one of them into 12 and the other one into 6, because that ain't what the statute says.
Some of us need to hear that.
I like to hear that. For the benefit of anybody. There's not a lot of traffic down this road anyway. I mean, yes, it's not now, but it is really. Well, this is kind of off the traffic front. This guy can build over it. So all this other stuff, this is already done, and he showed over here. I suppose, see how all this stuff's cut up, like it shows Roy Bochard with Cole, 11 acres, he just got 30 foot. Yeah, but you ought to be able to look at that deed, it's only 147, page 459. I've done many moons, yeah. That's about 73. Yeah. So most of them are pretty old. That's right. He's good with the rules we had in place in 73. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. Okay. Well, I guess clear. was named after his family, huh? Here you go, young lady.
Yeah, there's several, you know the history of this,
Yes, sir.
right?
Pretty much.
Come on. John tells me all the time about that was his aunt's cousin, uncle or something.
Well, remember, I left though, when I was 14. John was here, so.
14, that wasn't but about 10 years ago.
He was definitely trying to get on the good one.
Item number 16, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve a minor plat for Counts Hill Estates.
Judge, that's the second plat, the second big plat you have there, Judge. 4 tracks, and it's, all in the front, Counts Road, past the comeback.
It's got to be pretty close to Donald Webb.
It joins on it. They put the 5-foot drainage easement around it. This was the Lassen's pit. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, yeah. They had a big pipe up there so nobody drive into it.
They have those if they're cleaning it up, smoothing it off, I guess. But. So in the back of this pit,
That's when lost that at tax sale.
This road, which is Kelly Road, goes into the back of track 1. And I have the surveyor to put that on the plat, that's in there as a county road.
This road is an asphalt road?
We've got road mill on it.
I mean, that's what it says. It says
It's
asphalt.
probably technically not asphalt, but,
Well, I mean, it's ground up asphalt.
well, I guess it's road, isn't it?
I hadn't been down this road in a long time. That's good. You go on the bottom up there, Commissioner.
Arthur Fitch lived there.
He also used to work for the county.
He did, he worked for sanitation.
Yeah.
His wife still does.
Yeah, she sure does. And you let me in my office this morning when I arrived with no key at 7 o'clock. You hear that, Peter? 7 o'clock, that's when I checked in this morning.
And I testified there, because I was coming to Cold Spring at 7 o'clock, and I even asked him, I said, what were you doing for when I saw her?
He thought I fell asleep and stayed there. Well, this looks good to me. If it looks good to you,
It's good to me. It's good. I'll make the motion to approve.
have a motion by So you say it's last time I looked at it, it was an old ground fix. So what are they going to have? Have they got any building sites in there?
Yeah, I think so in the back. I think it's the actual hole where we got the material from is kind of front toward the road.
Right.
And toward the back, I think it's some higher ground. Have you been on the track? No.
You like that property?
So that's our property, which fills up your center.
Well, Fitch Road clips across the track number 1 there. I don't know if it. But anyway, they got access on the front. Now there's no on the south side of Counts Road, that track 4, that's not a pit on that side.
No, sir. No.
That's a good piece of land. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 5-0. We need to sign this big plat.
Yes, sir. Here, you have a letter?
I guess, yes, sir.
No, she said she had one.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, you do. Well, we just signed that.
Man, where'd you get your shirt, man?
It's nice.
That thing's sleeping.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Christine, you get off of I said, for all around 20 years. I said, Chris,
All right, there's my time.
You better leave my break.
How many of them is it? Three. What do you think about that? I'll see you later. I'll see you.
Oh, sorry, man. She gets
Jane. I had already breakfast this morning.
He come in that restaurant.
What's the voice still slowing down?
Trying to get my baby good.
It was still right. Whoever brought the water, I appreciate that.
Yeah, look at that. What's that you?
Very nice of you.
My stomach's growling good, thank you. It's just not
Find out where it's at. Bring time where it's at. Let me know, I'll make it up. Put your cheek in.
You can have lunch.
Jump down to 19. Chief, forgive me, I realize, I thought I had all your stuff together, but you got a couple more items. You got,
Yep.
bad guys go after you, I bet. Let's go to 19, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve rehire of Omar Sheep to the sheriff's office. I did not, next time I'm gonna tell you, put them all together, so when you're done, you can, you ain't gotta sit here and listen to all this watermelon talk, it's dead. Whatever that means. Omar Sheik, he's a detective, and that's a really good report, and very professional about what all he does, in my experience with him. He's separated for a brief time, apparently at the turn of the year, and you'd like to bring him back on, I presume.
Yes, sir, he believed all the hype prior to us taking over. and he left on the 31st of December. He,
Probably had more seniority than anybody else there.
I want to say he had 9 years.
Yeah, he does a good job now. And having been there long, he probably had the biggest comp time, because if you're there longer, probably would have the most comp time. But anyway, whatever he had going on didn't pan out, and you'd like to have him back.
Yes, I talked to the DA's office, and they're in agreement with me. They would love to have you back too, because the way he operated, the way he worked.
Well, you're not just overrun with good detectives, not that the ones you got. I'm just saying, well, let me just quit talking. He's a good detective, in my opinion.
But our policy is not to bring them back, what, at least a year they have to wait?
No, that's not our policy. Our policy is if they want to bring them back, they have to put them in front of court.
And that's it.
That's it.
There was a year term involved now.
If it's before a year, they have to bring it. If it's within a year, they have to bring it to court.
Well, that's the situation.
Yeah.
So it is a year.
Well, they don't have to be gone a whole year. It's just that they left within a year.
And you understand, because we talked some about that, but when he did leave, though, he went full board, he was headed for someplace else, and
Well, he's had like,
and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
There's a lot of people left at the turn of the year due to the election, blah, blah, blah. I don't know that 6 months. We're going to gain much by going into a bunch of details, but he's a good detective. I've dealt with him for years, and he does a good report.
he's really good, one way.
Yeah, so I don't think there was, this one, we set this policy up because in the past, there were a few that got to where they'd build up comp time up and then they just quit, and then with the intention to get hired back, and we tried to stop that. That's not what, I don't think that's what this was all about.
Well, I don't know what this was all about. He quit, we got fired, we got, I don't have a problem. In 12 months, are you gonna hire him anyway if we denied you today? Yes, probably you would, so why, just hire him anyway, and no.
He might not be sitting around waiting for 12 months to get rehired.
And the number one thing is, I don't know if y'all really don't realize this, there's a lot of cases spending he's involved in. A lot of cases.
I got very no qualm, and he left anyway.
So I make a motion that we hire him back. I don't agree with the way he left. That's a side point to me. I know what he's got in front of him, what he's got in that case.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, a second by Commissioner Tuno. Any other comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Next item. Number 20, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve list of electronics to declare surplus or salvage. I always put that. Is there anything that is actually surplus? Surplus means it's still usable and we need to sell it. If it's all junk, then we just declare it all salvage.
We could try to sell some of it, sir. I never, so it was all set in the back of the closet.
I never took pictures of it, something can be salvaged.
Is it that stuff I seen in boxes?
Yeah, it's all that stuff in the back, in the back.
And in boxes you had?
It's because it gets worn out or outdated, it don't work anymore, it won't comply with the new software. It's a kind of, a little bit of a pain on
Nobody wants to
somebody
fill out that form, sir.
to come to court, because you can't throw nothing away that's paid for with tax dollars until we do this, so I appreciate you going through it and putting a thinning on some of this stuff. As far as y'all are concerned, it's all salvage. Salvage.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Mars to declare all that merchandise as salvage. Any questions, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? I see one copier. Are we talking about a full-grown copier or one of those little mini copiers?
They're all, one I can pick up, Carl Small.
Yeah, not a, you know.
Not no rolling,
Yeah.
Like all in one, it's an all-in-one kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not,
It's all in one now.
yes. All in favor, did I say that?
Yes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0.
Who made that motion?
Commissioner Matuno, seconded by Commissioner Mars.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 21, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve necessary actions for the yeah, I wish she could put the, not the acronym, not being transparent when we put acronyms, because Lone Star Grant.
It's actually operational, I'm sorry, Grant, but, yeah, that's all. And y'all should have one for the radios.
What's she at? She put down exactly what you put on this paper, LOS grant. I don't know what LOS. Did you just sign off it?
No, but we have to sign it, send it to them, so they can sign it.
Okay, I noticed at the top of the quote, it says HGAG. That means it's through a buy board.
That's correct.
It's not buy board, it's HGAG, which is State Purchasing Approved Cooperative, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. That means you're smart. To do it through them, you ain't got to waste time and money. So that's the contract to.
This is the same company that we bought the other radios and
We
motors.
spent $355,000 on mobile radios and another 60 on handhelds, or vice versa.
Yes,
Contract.
yes,
It's not buy board.
right.
It's a purchasing co-op, just like buy board, I mean, similar to buy board.
It's a contract with a call, is what it is.
It's still approved to, as an alternative to going out for bids.
As long as that's great, I'm good with it.
It's the same one we bought through the large amount of radios. Same
You
company.
know, sometimes they sell lots of stuff and they don't bid out every item that goes on there, but it's got HGAG up there, I'm good. We've complied with the procurement statutes. Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0.
Okay, again, who made that motion?
He didn't say it, but I said I don't have a problem, I make a motion to take it.
Okay, maybe I'm going too fast. Who made the motion? Who made the second?
I'll second.
All right, that vote didn't count. Let's go back. Can I get a motion on 21?
I'll make the motion to 21.
And I'll second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno, a second by Commissioner Dominic. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. And then we got number 23.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Also with that grant, there was a form I handed you. And you see your signature on there. It's a memorandum of understanding with DPS.
Where's it at?
It says judge on there.
Memorandum, I see it.
Yeah, just need your signature.
Yeah, I didn't. When did you hand it to me? Just now?
Just now, walk up first.
Okay. You have to get a copy of it and then you can,
Can you just email me that? Thank you.
So, all right, item number 20,
Hold on,
please. So, long, y'all got a deal on the bills, and this is not the time. Y'all got an item on the bill to pay for the dumpsters over there. And this is not the time, but I mean, it's not about the bills, but while y'all put it in here, you realize we have a sanitation department, right?
No,
Oh, you know,
no.
so.
The dumpsters are there.
$200, does it say weekly, I think, or does it not? I mean, we're spending a lot of money, we're trying to help you out, we don't do better.
I'm happy to do that.
That's something we don't know we could let
what they normally did was, this is what they normally did. They normally took the inmates and went and picked up some hauled the forms off every day right here to Luke's office. That's normally what they did. But the prior commissioner kind of was.
They didn't have the best of working relationships.
And that, no offense, he didn't, anyway.
It's 200 a week.
So, but anyways, if y'all want to get rid of the dumpster, you don't have to Mr. Sweeney's office. That's normal, that's what they do for the last 20 years.
Yeah, I know they get rid of water, but,
Yeah.
just can't pay that at the, commissary to move.
We acquired through a grant 4 trash trailers, and they used up those trailers to haul it and stuff.
Yeah, we can try, we'll do anything we want to go out, you know.
Well, y'all probably get all the stuff.
They don't have the money to do it, okay.
We got two.
You did, I'm sorry. But if we rest it to
There's
TV.
more in there.
Not to mention the fact that the city would be, if we said it right.
Well, you got to change, you know.
Yeah, you
I
got,
mean, you can do it, but look at all the people that can do it.
well, unless you, like you said, unless we finish it off.
I mean, $200 a week.
Yeah, but that, like I said, I'll get with my jail captain and we'll work that out.
Little things like that, add us to a lot.
Since we're talking about sheriff, I think did you talk to Mr. Lewis about the fuel man card system?
We had been in discussion, and I missed this phone call yesterday, by the way, sorry about that.
I know that the Corps here voted a few years ago to update all that system. We spent a ton of money on it.
Yeah, that's been more than a few, that was 3 commissioners ago, and the general fund paid for that, and it was saving money, but it got political. The politics got involved, and next thing you know, they told them not to go over there.
Let me ask you on this though, whose budget does that fall under to maintain that?
Well, do that fund maintained it. It ought to be under road and bridge because you're benefiting out of it. Because road and bridge benefits more out of it than general fund does.
So I'm just saying because I've already talked to them about often, maybe they can get in there and all that, but there's quite a few things that are dislocated. And we want to make it easier to access it because.
But who's been using that 5 years?
Road and Bridge has been keeping it up the last time.
Because
Everybody else out, it wasn't just the sheriff's office.
they were there for fire departments.
Emergency management, the DA, fire departments would go down there. I think what kicked this off is, we were getting invoices, he paid Whitener $1.79, and he was invoicing everybody that was using $2.39. Sure, yeah. So, and it was about $4,000 or $5,000 in 1 year that the sheriff had access. I think the auditor at the time set it up to where, I think it all got credited back, you know, once it was discovered.
Figured it out.
But also, you want to hit the lesson, I didn't really want to talk about all that, but that's what happened. That's why I got to that.
But during emergency, we had emergencies, the fire departments couldn't get fuel there. During emergency.
They did it at precinct 3, does the sheriff?
I think they did it every precinct, but
They can. There was emergency there.
I just didn't know if we do that in my.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm under a honor system, my volunteers, I tell the sheriff's department, anytime I give them a key to my gate,
They
belongs to the county.
The only reason I brought it up on that is that from the people that have been there longer than I have, they just talk about the history of it, and how much stuff was broken, and always because of the amount of use and the sheriffs and the deputies and all that. Now, because I've been there for 5 years, and they haven't torn over stuff out there. I'm just saying, so I'm gonna try to fix the gate, it's easier to get in and out. And, we've got some hope. Just wondering, I didn't see a line item for me.
Like I told you,
That would make
my facility, I mean, I'll keep the gate, go in the office, I don't care.
I don't care. To be in there to save that money. They're paying gas and paying taxes on it. And we don't do that.
No.
General fund bought to do that, right? And one person just blocked it.
We spent about $200
No, I already offered to open it back up, but again, there's quite a bit of work that's got to be done to it. No, I'm just curious. I don't have mine.
Suck it up.
No, it's the same system, no offense. It's the same system that I have. They can't count their gallons. Cause I know that you were getting.
No, I mean, it's a system that monitors all that.
No, you don't have to monitor. It's called a honor system. You got it down.
We got a $15,000 system that does away with our system. And
They got this all to work, he said. I looked at it.
What do you mean it's all?
It functions on there.
I see the gas pumps, the trucks are all off, right?
Hey, that 50 gallon that they made over 2 years, that ought to be enough to update.
They got plenty of time to wash their car, change your oil, that's pumping. Because you can sit there and watch it go through how slow that thing is on the gas.
No, I see the drugs all, trip off,
Yeah.
So I guess my question was a little this year. My question is, how do y'all keep up with it?
No, how do you keep up with it?
How do you keep up with the field?
It comes through, and there's a board out there to write it down with, and it's also tracked by everybody's on a little key that they stick in there, and they put their car in there, and then there's a system.
That's the way it was designed to do.
Okay, that all works, I'm not saying.
Is it the fuel man car?
Yes.
No.
So we have to come up with a new.
It says a key.
It's got a key, so you have to come orange key and have it on
No,
there.
he buys fuel, bulk. It's got it stored over there. And you go in there, you pump the car up, get your fuel, you don't do anything other than selling, and in his office, here's all good, and no reimbursement.
I think I said it had fuel.
Well, I think they got something.
Key to the gate.
That would be, don't you have to stick a card or something in?
It's a little key, a little orange key, you stick it in there.
He's got it.
Yeah. So, no, you don't have one. Each person is assigned one, so they can plug it in, turn it on, and they put their car on. Yeah, you can get them out there.
On that.
That's all he's trying to ask you. How does he get the key back?
We're trying to make convenient and save you some money. That's what I'm trying to do.
I will have my guys for the OLS, I'll be your sheriff, because that's where they're gonna be stationed. Everybody else can be.
So where is that? Where is that every station?
Well, when they do that little swap, they do it.
If that building back, if they're gonna stay in Shepherd, they need to be a point one. We got some illegal aliens up there too.
Listen, we can't tell them where to be. Sure.
Anyways, I'll give you a key to my facility. You're more welcome to it. If you don't need the truck, I'll give you that too, I'll do it. That's what I'm talking. I don't care. It's all taxpayer, anyways.
The last thing from the sheriff's office, 23, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve necessary actions for purchases under Lone Star, Operation Lone Star grant. Anything else you need ready to order or need approval for?
No, I issued the radios to y'all, which I told you I'd bring y'all a new copy, this commissioners, which I did, y'all approved that. I don't have anything else on that.
No resolutions or nothing?
No more resolutions, we're done.
This item is a catch-all. Anything that we forget to put on there, we can still do it right here.
I do have one more agenda deal, but
Yes, sir.
I wasn't able to get it on y'all still, but I'd love to discuss it if y'all want.
Is it Operation Lone Star?
Can't talk about it.
It's employee related.
So we can talk under executive session.
There you go.
Personnel matters.
Yes.
There you want to go now?
Almost to that point. Let's take care of number 22, and then we'll get on that. Item number 22, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve changing the existing National Dislocated Worker Grant from Hurricane Beryl to spring floods due to a change in federal funding allotments that only changes the funding source.
Yes, sir. So, I gave y'all a folder like this, for Workforce Solutions. So previously, when we approved this National Dislocated Worker Grant was approved
When
under,
did you bring this?
this morning.
Oh, okay. No wonder I had this chance.
Right. So the copy that you have, Judge, has the stickers on it to be signed. So initially, this was approved under Hurricane Beryl, right? So initially, what happens when you have the spring floods, then Hurricane Beryl.
Two brand new that don't.
I talked to them.
I was here too when it came through and everything.
Okay,
They were the audience.
Yes.
Okay, so Workforce Solutions offers work experience programs. They have work-based learning agreements whereby the federal government will pay through TWC for individuals to work. The federal government, when the hurricanes and floods and things come, they have allotments of monies, and it's set for particular counties. Since our county was declared a disaster for Hurricane Beryl and for the spring floods, we were then eligible for the National Dislocated Worker Grant. And what this will do is for any counties that have individuals that are dislocated or to have damage in your county, then you're eligible to get money for this grant. And what we at Workforce do is get people to work, and then the government pays them, but they're working in your county and are in your precinct. So initially, when I came, we got this approved under Hurricane Beryl. But what happened in San Jacinto County is we had the spring floods, right, and then Hurricane Beryl came immediately after that. So whatever damage that was in any of the counties was exacerbated by Hurricane Beryl. So since TWC had more money under Beryl, they put the San Jacinto County under Hurricane Beryl. Now what has happened is Hurricane Beryl money has run out. So they have money under spring floods. We have we have one individual working in the maintenance department listed under precinct 1 in this grant. So since the money is run out under Beryl, what we want to do is change this grant under spring floods so that this individual can
You wouldn't
continue
have to
working.
reapply under spring floods?
No, sir. No, sir.
Just let you change it, huh?
Yes, we were asked to, since the money ran out, and we also did have damage under the floods, so what they asked us is to change it over to the floods so that we can continue the program. The money should last through June, but it could also go for a year. And on the information that I submitted,
What's the cost to the county?
there's no cost to the county.
That's what.
There's no.
Legally, that's what we're all.
No. Okay, but I said paid by the federal government. So what you have to do is sign page 7, saying that you're in agreement with receiving free money to the county for us to send people to work, and this is going to be under spring floods. So on
Change, when you make motions to change the Beryl with spring floods.
that's yes.
I'll make that motion.
Yes. All right. So then page 7 needs to be.
I got a motion by Commissioner
Bars.
Mars. I know I heard you because somebody else did it. I have a second by Commissioner Natuno. Any more comment?
Yes, so there's a page for you to sign and for the commissioners. Also, what I did in the interest of assisting the county is on the job description for public works and labor work, because some of these individuals are going to be working with road and bridge, and they're going to need special equipment. The special clothing, steel-toe boots, saw shaft, gloves, hard hats, face guards, and ear protection. That was added. Well, we tried to put everything in, and so workforce has money to pay for these items. But they were not included before. So this way, if you have an individual that comes and you need some of these things, then you just need to let workforce know, we will buy those items for them to work. We want to have everything that they need, and in the previous one, it wasn't there. So as I've been working with Tyler and Polk County, we wanted to make sure that everything was included. So if I can get this approved today, then we can get it processed.
Any more comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous. 5-0. So,
Are you sending Mr. Ellison?
Mr. Ellison? Okay, yeah.
so what you need signed is in.
Yes, in the folder. No, in the folder that I submitted. She went green tag.
Well, they got signature marks on this.
Yeah, that was where the green is, see where your hand is at. So is there, it should be one of the green tags. I think it's under the.
Oh, excuse me.
It should have been on the
Well, I got that in here, but.
It should be.
Most likely, but I don't see it.
I wonder if one of us got the one that needs signed, because that's the green tag.
Show, so you bring it up. All right. So, this one's where you need to sign, and then this is where the commissioners would need to sign.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Tracy always tells me. She said, bring a copy to the kids.
I think that's the same thing, but I didn't know if anything was changed because you brought something else, so.
Well,
Anything changed in what
on
you
this one,
were?
on this one, yes, because I didn't have the commissioners, some others and stuff. See, they could sign this, so they're made aware. I appreciate you too. And I leave a folder with everything in it. And then we need to sign these pictures. And then that's it. There's no other signatures.
Okay. Well,
Is that all right?
lady, that's all. She's gonna need a copy of it with all the signatures. There's the rest of the document. Yeah. Just trying to cover everybody's, there's not there. We good to go?
I got it.
We're good. Yeah.
Just gotta get things defined for solutions.
Item number 17, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve a bond for ADA Robert A. Frayer Jr. Now, this says for sanitation blanket bond. I don't know, is he switching over to,
No, there's 3 bonds. So you have
sanitation blanket bond and constable precinct 3 blanket bond, okay. These are bonds for
Good business.
okay, they're not notary bonds or anything. You know, we got a number of notaries that the county pays for notary bonds. If the county's paying for a notary bond, then when you walk in and one of our constituents needs something notarized, you should, oh yeah, come on over here, sir, let me tell you, is there any charge? No, sir, no charge.
Cindy,
I get sent all the notary work. There's half a dozen in the courthouse, and they all say, oh, we don't do notary work.
Cindy does it at my place.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out here because I wasn't aware of that.
the also does it. Saturday, but I pay for my own.
My office did too.
Church doesn't, but I think police should not pay for her own. I'm not sure, 100%.
Maybe so. I asked what kind of office it is.
I'll make
All
it.
for it, and have as many notaries as we got. But if there's gonna be a notary, and somebody wants to, have something notarized, that's what people are getting out of their tax money.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, second by Commissioner, I got a motion by Commissioner Mars, seconded by Commissioner Natuno. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. Item number 18, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the proposed budget calendar for fiscal year 2025, 2026.
Do y'all see any big changes anywhere?
Let me take a peek.
Try to get it out early this year so we can get on the ball.
Yes, yes.
Looks all right to me,
Yeah, I mean, kind of, it could be changed, I guess.
I make that motion. I have a motion by Commissioner, Natuno, second by Commissioner Dominy. I see it's hopefully by the 3rd of September, that's good. That way we got a little bit of time left over. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Now, that's everything but the reports and all that stuff. Executive session, discussion item, executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551, 071, 072, 0725, 074, 076. Thank the Sheriff's Department said that's the first day. Personnel issues with the chief. And we're gonna move to item 24, adjourn executive session. Consideration, discussion, possible vote on items discussed in executive session, specifically a rehire of Krista Hollingshead, who used to work here in August, and the Sheriff's Department's short-handed, and they're anxious to hire this person back.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, second by Commissioner Dominy to rehire Krista Hollings Head. I don't recall or remember her, so I don't imagine there was no huge longest compound deal. Any other comments?
Do you know where she's from? Yes.
Right now, where she's from, I think she's living in Livingston, and she works for Alabama Construction at this moment.
Oh, I know who she is. I've seen her.
I suspect so.
I knew where that was going.
All right. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous 5-0.
Mark, it costs $5 to go. You're not going to go. Everybody told me, said if I go, you got to call him. I said, Mark, it costs $5 to go. You're not going to go.
Right. Item number 6, consider approval of claims.
I think there was one on there on that $20,000 that y'all told us was an insurance deal, basically, on a red cop car.
Yes. Thank you.
I did have a question to start with. Why is it, part of that on the, and I'm trying to says grants on the front, is that, what? Am I looking at the right one here?
On the other day?
That's what I have underneath, claims unpaid.
That's our auditor's report.
Let's see, maybe that's
So, how much damage did it do to the other car? Do we have any clue? Are we being any kind of injuries? Okay.
Cheesecake.
Yes. Yes, it's probably
On what?
postal stamps or the postal machine, but also keep in mind, if they're not at the courthouse, they would have to make a trip over here when they're.
I'm a hurry resort for animals.
Too far to go.
So Team Dean, if you were asking about that, Commissioner, Team Dean is
That's the routine on the ballpark in Sheffield. They built a new ballpark.
Jolly.
With the folk Carter money that was donated to the county. And once they're finished, they keep 10%, or in this case, $10,000 to make sure all the subs got paid and all been paid, so he's covered that last little damage.
Yes. That's on Sunday.
Very good, didn't it? Yes.
Yes. Did a good job.
My grandson's playing down there tomorrow night.
So you buy that first?
I'm taking the rest of them to the rodeo. I don't miss the game. I was anxious to see him play down there and see the new facility.
Okay.
I'll
spend your money down.
Yeah, good.
It don't bother me to have to spend your money. Crystal.
Yes, that's all.
Hey, I really appreciate all of us doing that, y'all. I really did. That's good. It helps our communities.
Law number big too.
It does. But even Cold Springs, we all win.
Oh, yeah. But you've been doing that for 100 years.
He didn't pressure me at all, and I didn't make him feel tired either.
How much money did you
I hate to see how much you spend if you had pressure.
Can I ask you, Chris, how much did you spend?
Me?
Yeah.
$1,025.
I thought that one came for $1,000.
Yeah. That's why I was running it up. I think Judge had to spend more.
I know Chris bought one for $9.50.
It's a good call. It's a good call.
Yeah, looks like, really?
It's a good call.
It dang sure was.
I had a good time.
We all did. We all did.
Okay, so this is what I'm telling, that's why we put this thing on here. There's 2 bills for $13,000 to Quantum. Why is there 2 in the same month?
Is that the one we voted on not to pay? So we figured out what was going on?
I think we finally did.
$26,000 in 1 month for computer service. Come on, dude. On contract that never got approved by the court.
I'll tell you, a good person over.
One was for December and one was for March.
Because one of them we balked on, and
Yes.
so one was for March.
Yes.
What do we're paying for server about $4,000 a month, and we can buy a server for $10,000, and we're paying for like 77 Microsoft 365s.
What's the maintenance?
It's already installed on the computer.
What's the maintenance run, right?
I do know Mark just bought some of those Office Pros, and he's moved, went to Walmart, bought them, and he installed them. So hopefully that should
Enterprise SM Trust. What is that?
the car, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, Enterprise.
Yes, Enterprise.
I thought it started, never mind. So is anybody looking into that? I mean, that thing ought to be expired.
I'll look, I was gonna do it last time, check the contract, I pulled it,
It was 13 months and only had $13,000
all of them.
Yeah.
I pulled it.
Mark pitched that to him the other day, and he was kind of like dumbfounded. He didn't know that. He was kind of, he didn't know that.
I'll pull the contract.
Everything you up there, Mark?
I think it's now.
Now, yeah.
How many cars did we fix? $20,000.
The one right now. So the one that sank us, where it is somebody on.
Insurance don't cover it?
They cover much of it, she said.
Why didn't they write the check? Why are we writing the check?
Check to us.
Is it reimbursement to us? What did they reimburse us for? You have it?
Okay.
I'll pull it. And
Just sit down, I'm just curious.
Where are the senior checks?
They're not cut yet.
Okay.
But they know to notify you to deliver,
So,
or whoever.
one for precinct 3. You and I will need to go over there and have lunch with them. That's the way I like to do it.
That sounds like
I'll mail it to them. That's fine too, but, we'll mail it to them.
No.
I was trying to be funny. I've been doing that for 20 years, but the last 3 years,
He wasn't invited.
I want
somebody
to,
went by there and scooped up the check, and that's just not the way to do it.
no, let's go.
Plus
I'm gonna do is,
is a free meal for
yeah, it's a free.
He said, "Hey,
And then we'll do the same thing.
See?
Precinct 1, right? You got it.
You're not
I'll
gonna buy
do it, man, you know.
They call springs. You're not gonna buy it, Commissioner Nintendo?
He's welcome anytime.
He's thinking how much fuel costs that's gonna cost.
Just hold my check, I'll pick it up and bring it.
They spend enough time together for that cost.
Yes. Motion please.
I make a motion to pay the bill.
I have a motion by Commissioner Dominey, a second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. It's unanimous, 5-0. Had a birthday on a Monday that I didn't get to say happy birthday. Happy birthday, young
Thank
lady.
you.
Who had a birthday?
I did guys, Tanya had one on Monday.
Everyone here was Tanya, yes. See, I believe
Tanya's
I had
Monday,
one
ours
ten.
is recent too.
Yours was recent too?
Uh-huh.
I had one
Birthday,
ten.
7th,
Birthday
mine's
close to you.
When was your birthday?
Mine was the 7th.
Mine was the 10th.
Hers is the 9th.
Never would have did that. 31 on last birthday.
Yeah, my birthday's March 7th. My anniversary.
What time is
Oh, really?
You know, wait, me?
Hey, Donnie, mine's the day before yours.
Here's the night.
Yes.
Well,
My birthday's the
mine's the 10th.
My anniversary with the county is the 8th, and then hers is the 9th.
What you got?
All right. Next, item number 7, consider approval of budget amendments and revenue certification.
Yes, I don't know if y'all see the one on there, precinct 2 and precinct 1.
I already had a question for you on there, on the budget amendment on mine. I don't have, 50 made the point that I don't have any form or anything that's turned in on that. How do you?
She turned in the receipt. That was for all the material.
And we got the certification of the revenue.
And so I'm certifying, you have 12,000 that's already budgeted in there, so I'm only certifying what is over that amount, which is the 10,000.
Now, that's all he budgeted.
It's the budget amendment where it goes.
Right.
I don't have any paperwork in mind, that I put in where that goes.
Generally, that's where y'all want to put it back into your road material, where it's paid out of.
I got that part, I just know we have, and she hit me up and goes, did you do that? I go, no, I didn't fill out anything, and it just showed up. So.
No, I did it for you.
Okay.
Is that good?
You guys did audit and everything, I'm just asking, I don't know, but it's like, she's going like, we have no paperwork, and we want you to be able to
Yes.
pass all
That's
of
why it's sent to you, so you can look it over and see if it was okay.
Do we know, I mean, do you need us to fill out our side of it?
No, this is all that's in. If you don't want it there, then I can do it.
No, then I can.
So there's no issue with the way that's happening, I think. If he's spending the money out of his budget, or road maintenance material, if he's spending $100 out of there for the city, and they gave him $100 back, and he put it back in there, he's actually spending like you're inflating his budget. It ought to be a journal entry to go right back in there. If you're doing a budget limit for
So he only budgeted for 12,000.
I get that.
And I'm only increasing his budget by the 10,000. It's the same thing you're doing with your revenue.
If you're putting it back in the maintenance material, you're inflating his budget. By a budget amendment. So it just needs to be journal entry into there. Are you following what I'm trying to say, Pete?
I hear it, I'm still getting my arms around the procedure on this.
Okay, so he had, what in the budget line item, 10,000 or whatever, just say he had 10. And then,
Cause I was like,
collected more than 10
budget, I got
revenue.
But that's okay, I thought to go ahead and if you put it back in there and I have an inflated budget, I mean, that just looks better on my books, but.
The proper way to do it is because you're not.
How many years? More than 1 year.
So I spent more of my budget. When you spent more of your budget, I see, you don't understand it. It's really not.
You're only certifying the amount that is over what was already
Wait a
paid.
minute, was this a case where he did something for the city and they paid him money back?
Yes.
Yes.
But it was more than what was budgeted. So what you would normally do is put that money into
Well,
the
ain't there a
budget.
separate line for what he does for the city? And you never really know what the city's going to do. It's a reimbursement thing anyway.
Not that I know.
Actually, there was money budgeted in his budget, $12,000.
He thought, well, I'm gonna spend 12,000.
Right.
And he ended up spending
That's his
22.
contract.
But they,
But he got paid more, $22,600 or something dollars, okay? So, in order to utilize that money that was there, you're not really supposed to turn around and budget it.
right, he's increasing his budget, but it'll show a bigger number in the revenue side and in the expense side, and it balances out.
Because if you turn around.
Generally won't show it, that don't mean, because you don't know what they're gonna want next year, they may want him to.
Well, I've got a project right now in the city, and I've never budgeted anything. They said, hey, just tell me what it's gonna cost. I give them an estimate on it, and then I turn that in, and the city,
Same way you're doing right now, they get it.
That wasn't right. They tell you they're gonna spend 50,000 repaving that parking lot, so the city.
Same thing with you.
Everybody's gonna be 50 higher in revenue and 50 higher in expense. It's pretty clear.
Because if you journal it, it doesn't give you a true picture of what you're actually.
Yeah, that's that smoke and mirrors approach, and we don't want that. We want to be transparent, don't we, Brother Michelle?
Yes.
You spend it, and you got it back, and so you put it back in there so you can re-spend it.
yeah.
You're only certifying what you're not certified for.
We spent, it was in there, we spent it, and the city's getting it back to us.
Right.
So you just
There
run
wasn't
the
10 in there, and they spent 22, right?
We're talking about maintenance materials. We're talking about two different things. She's got revenue for the 12. It's going in there, it's making that whole. But I'm talking about the maintenance material that he bought, maintenance material for $10,000, and I don't know what it was.
Should go back.
It should go back in the maintenance material,
So
without a budget
There ain't a
increase.
separate revenue item for road maintenance material.
That's what he bought it, that's what he spent money on.
Good, that just tells you what he spent it on. I mean, you spend it on something, so you gotta show it somewhere. If he spent it on buying a new brush hog, you put it under that line item.
But that's how you
That's why you certify that.
It's the same.
Yeah, so we know why you have more money to deal with.
Exactly. And
You get more money to deal with. You show one of your lines on what you thought, your city's still bigger.
Yeah.
Still, but, you're spending it, it's not a trail, you gotta buy.
That's what I was with that money, budget amendment to it.
Let's go right back in there, that needs to.
Because maybe some of the
Probably are, she don't make herself whole, job every time. She already did it.
I will check with all yours, but I remember down in that way.
I mean, she pretty much said, if she put it in computer software, and you caught that, you'd be right. Right, you need to fix it.
I'm just trying to get that
Is
fixed.
that a motion to pay bills on Sunday, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Man, we're gonna pay for this.
I mean, for that budget.
Budget amendments, is that a motion? Do we have a motion to approve budget amendments, revenue certification?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Sweeney,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Cobb.
Okay.
You have a question, young lady?
I do have a comment on
Okay.
the issue with that budget amendment. There's no, when you have a budget amendment, you have to fill out that form that explains what you're increasing, decreasing, has to be signed by the department head, has to be signed by the father, has to be signed by John. That's not there, that's gonna cause a problem. That's not in there for those budget amendments, is that my only point.
Well, I see, there is one here.
It's not a budget amendment. It's a form that,
I see a revenue certification, is there not a budget amendment form in here?
Man, we didn't generate one, that's why.
that's what this was going to be.
Did you fill out a budget amendment form? Well, we do need one of them to keep up with, because at some point, aren't your outside auditors here now? I mean, at some point, they're gonna look at this and say, hey, yeah, they might catch that, I don't know. I thought there was one in here.
No, that's right, we didn't fill one out, unless she did it, but it wouldn't have our signature stuff, what she was doing on there. Is that right? You need one from me, and we'll make that happen, so we get your signature.
Let's take that one out then, if we're not, do we have a form? You got an extra form, you can fill one out?
Not with me, no.
Okay,
Just take that one out.
So from here on, we need to get with her and get her.
we need to table that, then, I mean, that's one.
We just not, whenever we make the motion, we need to take that one out, that budget. If it's not here, it's not getting approved. You can't approve a budget amendment doesn't exist. So the revenue's getting certified in, you can do the budget amendment next meeting.
Yes, I'll do the budget amendment next.
Is that a motion, Lou?
That is a motion.
What about the other one?
Minus 10,000 with the certification.
Well, then there is any, I guess, to the one. The other one was for 46, is there a budget amendment on it?
No, I have to do a budget amendment for both of us.
We can approve the revenue certifications, but not the budget amendment.
Well, I haven't voted then.
That's the motion I made.
Got a motion to approve the revenue certifications, but no budget amendments. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second that.
Okay. No, that motion included both. We're abandoning the motion to approve a budget amendment. We're only approving the revenue certification. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0.
Receive the judge. Receive the judge.
This is yours, no, this is from this.
Well, for one thing, I want to make sure it's not on.
Tax check, 22,000, this letter dated November 21st, why is it?
Too young for that.
It's 5 months later, huh? What happened?
Well, gather pens, gather pens.
It was just deposited.
Well, the letter's not made out to anybody, it's a letter in here signed by Commissioner McNally, but
What do you see?
the letter, I don't know who the letter got sent to.
It was sent to the side and I didn't see it.
I'm sorry?
I said I didn't see it. I had it myself to do and did not get
When you
it.
think, yes, it's.
So I was trying to get caught up on all my amendments and
It's the
stuff,
same
so
thing.
that's why. We
Even
did
though
that
you
in
don't
You
November.
had the
Not
check,
80
you
years
served it.
advance.
No, they deposited. I just had the documents, I didn't.
The same thing is.
It was received in November.
Yes.
Well, I guess y'all got the check back in November.
I'm guessing so.
Yeah.
That's strange. If there's a letter here, let's say who it's to.
Yeah, they may have just sent the check to whoever received it, and then submitted it to our office.
Yeah, okay, I'm just trying to make.
They only know the department.
We're just now certifying the revenue.
I can't speak on it.
Yeah, that's
Oh, they received
They're
it.
about 46,000?
Yeah, I ain't seen no check on yours.
Yeah, that's on some roads or FEMA stuff.
Well, that wasn't no check, no, it was wired, whatever they send money.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the documents are there though.
electronically.
I see a receipt, yeah, you got a receipt. Oh. Payment request form for 51,000 and you got 46. I guess there's a match or something?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Payment.
Hey man, I was fortunate to get that back Somebody helped me get that back, and, it took her a while to do it, but she sure got it.
You owe her lunch too, I think. That's how she collects from me, is lunch. Probably got a bunch of them piled up too, I know. Okay. Item number 8, consider approval of minutes of February 5th and February 26th. So moved.
Seconded.
Got a motion by Commissioner Tuno, a second by Commissioner Mars. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. It's Senate before probably. Yeah.
I read a bunch. Well, I haven't. It's been a long time.
It's very.
You can see some things that maybe we need to do more or less, or something that might have gotten fixed already. I don't know. Did you get out of Chris Rutherford's report?
Did I what? Yeah, nothing was on it though.
Item number 9, receive and consider approval of February 2025 Departmental Reports.
Man, I'm so proud we got a fire marshal report.
Separated that out, finally.
Huh?
It's up to it.
I don't know, I didn't get no animal control.
I think it was Wayne got having some paper, but when they got a new guy for animal control.
Who is it?
Bobby Anderson.
Who?
Bobby Anderson. And then Dale Lowry took over, transport. Yeah,
So go to what?
transport. Dale Lowry.
What are you missing?
I don't know where it's at.
Okay, you need a motion then, Judge. I have it.
That may still be.
Did you get a motion down there? I did.
I did.
I did.
Pretty sure I did.
Okay, hold on.
Donnie, I couldn't let you go.
Right across the road.
Donnie?
Open the door, all right.
Commissioner Mars, I couldn't let you up me anyway on our secretary competition.
What?
I can't let you up me on our secretary competition. Mine's in here too. Best secretary,
Oh.
we've been fighting over that for a minute. Our best secretary, who said that he's the best one in town.
So, no one person.
Yeah, that's all I'm missing.
Who?
Animal
control.
That's all I'm missing. I think that's all.
It's nothing.
You just want details. Yeah, I got how much dog control?
So there's nothing in there, you say?
Oh, animal control, you don't have?
Yeah.
They're not doing that. I think they're.
They gotta do first.
They're too busy.
Well, we might not know. I don't know. I'm trying.
From an official perspective, animal control is under the constable. But it's pretty much settled. We hadn't voted, but I mean, the sheriff wanted to take it over and keep it. That's great, because I don't think the constable out there has any, he's not trying to, he ain't wanting to keep it or nothing. I'll put it down. Is that what y'all understand? I don't know, I hadn't seen him. I don't know. No, trust me, he told me he wasn't trying to keep control of animal control.
I don't think so, in my opinion.
Well, without a report, it's hard to know what's going on with it.
Without any kind of report, the way I'm understanding it, there ain't no trace of nothing, no monies, no nothing. The way I'm understanding it.
That's right.
We haven't taken any money from them.
No, we paid a bunch of money for a dog in a court meeting that basically wasn't ours.
Money? Oh, yeah, to have a trial?
But we paid a bunch of vet bills on that dog, the county did. Huh?
County paid vet bills on
Yes, sir.
dogs?
That's what the guy testified in court. The veterinarian. Is that true, Mr. McCoppin, too?
Yes. We will repair.
Have you looked into that? Oh, big boy of mine, I've had him 2 years. I need to get him called up. Where do I take him? Which vet? Just send the bill to the county? Is that what you said? I'd like to give little big boy a shot.
I'll have to give you a rundown.
I think some folks in the audience do.
Just let him go stray and.
Has it been over 10 days since the trial?
Yes, sir.
Good. I think you got 10 days to.
21, I thought it was. Yeah, it's 21. We're waiting.
Well, there's small claims and then there's, okay, there is one 10-day, but you're saying it's 21, well, it's 21.
That's what Judge
So I don't need to hear no details, because I hear the appeals.
Yes, sir.
I'll make folks accept the animal control.
That's the way, Crystal. No, that's just what I heard come out of it. It might be what I heard was wrong.
I got a motion by Commissioner Matuno, a second by Commissioner Dominic, to approve all of the reports except animal control. Any comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 5-0.
I don't know if it's been 21 days. Count it on the calendar. Not quite.
Yes, ma'am.
Good count. March. 7.
Yes. Yes, sir. Got a motion by Commissioner Sweeney to adjourn. Second by Commissioner Matuno. All in favor say aye. Thank you very much, ladies.